Good evening. It's Tuesday, January the 11th. Let's get you caught up on the biggest stories of the day.
And we begin tonight with the Georgia Bulldogs returning home after capturing their first national championship title in 41 years.
We have team coverage tonight from Atlanta to Athens as the state celebrates a national championship. We're going to start with Alan Devlin live in Athens. Alan, good evening.
Good evening to you, Sean. Good evening to you, Rick. I'll tell you, I will remember last night being here in downtown Athens when the Bulldogs won that championship for the rest of my life. It looks a lot different now, a lot calmer, but I'll tell you, there's still a big buzz here in Athens. Champions everywhere we look. Now, take a look at this video that we've got from Chopper 46 from earlier today that shows the Bulldogs arriving back here at Athens at Sanford Stadium, getting that hero's welcome. Thousands of fans of all walks of life, old, young, alumni, current students, future students, whatever it is, they were there to celebrate their team. They loved having them back. It was absolutely a fantastic moment as they made their trip back from the Midwest. Now, what is a championship without a championship parade? How about we get into some detail, because they made that announcement today. That parade will be happening this Saturday, January 15th. The gates open at noon at Sanford Stadium. A parade down Lumpkin Street to the stadium will start at 12:30 and the dog walk will be at 1. And a formal program will begin an hour later at 2 p.m. All tickets are complimentary and will be available to season ticket holders and students starting today through Thursday the 13th via an online request form. Remaining tickets will be available to the general public on Thursday, January 13th through Friday of this week. Now, I spoke to a couple of UGA students, UGA fans here who are more than excited about their championship. Here's what they had to say.
It felt fake, honestly. Like, I'd kind of convinced myself it was going to happen. And then when it actually happened, I was like, oh my gosh, like that we just did that, And it makes it so much better that it was Bama.
It's the best feeling in the world. I've been a dog fan since the day I was born, been waiting for this moment my whole life. Got into Georgia last year. I'm a freshman here now. And, there's nothing better to start off my freshman year here at Georgia with a national championship.
And you heard her just say it feels fake. I'll tell you, Bulldogs everywhere are waking up with that feeling. They don't even realize this is real. This happened. We'll be here in Athens for the rest of the evening, bringing you some more coverage right here at the heart of Bulldogs country. Live from Athens, Alan Devlin, CBS 46 News.
All right, still sinking in for a lot of people today. Alan, thanks. Fans wasting no time celebrating the championship win. This video shows the huge crowd swarming the streets of Athens after the game ended. Somewhere in there is Alan Devlin, I know it. The championship bringing many diehard Georgia fans to tears.
CBS 46's Jamie Kennedy live in Atlanta tonight. And Jamie, for many fans, this is more than just a championship.
Oh, absolutely, Sean. You can see the beautiful sunset behind me, and everyone around here has just been huge smiles. It's been a sea of red continually coming through the airport, returning from Indianapolis. And just like you said, this means so much for the fans because it's been 40 years in the making.
Up and down, you hairy dog. Did we have a great time?
Did you have a great time?
It's time to let the big dog eat, and we ate.
It was awesome.
How sweet it is.
For Bulldogs fans returning from Indianapolis and around the Peach State, last night's win meant the world.
Been waiting a long, long time for this. Triple dog, 3 degrees from UGA. Was a student, couldn't afford to go to the Sugar Bowl 1980, but I've been a season ticket holder since I graduated in '83, so it's been a long time.
Fans admitting before the game started and throughout their confidence was tested.
After losing in the SEC championship, I was pretty sure we were going to lose, or concerned we were going to lose.
When did you start to feel okay?
When Kaylee Ringo brought the interception back for a pick six.
4 years ago, it was Coach Saban's team grinning, and fans haven't forgotten and making last night's win that much sweeter.
Probably better this time, because last time they played Notre Dame or whatever. This time, they had to beat Alabama. They had to kick their ass. It was time. It was time!
Fans saying they'll keep barking and savor this win for a long time to come.
Hunker down, you hairy dog.
I tell you, those fans, the hunker down you hairy dogs, that's exactly what we do this job for. What a joy to see all these fans and all of them who came through tonight said that they're absolutely going to be there on Saturday, even booking hotel rooms already. So it's going to be on for young and old. And why not? Because it is a huge celebration, and the state of Georgia should really get behind those Dogs. Live at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. Woo-hoo! Jamie Kennedy for CBS 46 News.
All right, check out this wild scene. This was downtown Athens last night, and Georgia fans throwing cones and barriers in the air for some reason. This was part of their celebrations.
These are college kids, after all.
That's right. I know, but this is destruction of private property, public property there, I guess. County officials posted on Facebook saying that many of the barriers were stolen, and they're asking for fans to return them. No questions asked.
Yeah, good luck with that. And get a complete recap of Georgia's national championship on CBS46.com. You can click the sports tab on the homepage that takes you to the Dog Report, where we have pictures and video from the game.
In other news tonight, developing tonight, President Joe Biden leaving Atlanta, heading back to Washington, D.C. Air Force One just departing moments ago from Hartsfield-Jackson. He and Vice President Kamala Harris were here in town today pushing for new federal voting rights legislation.
The president wants to change Senate filibuster rules that have stalled the bills. CBS 46's Haley Mason live in Atlanta after hearing from the president and the Vice President. Haley.
Sean and Rick, President Joe Biden came to the campus of Morehouse College, the alma mater of Martin Luther King Jr., as well as Clark Atlanta University. And this is where we stand, listening to him give this message in the cradle of the civil rights movement to push forward voting rights legislation. President Biden, as you stated, announcing this afternoon that he will support any move that will change the Senate rules in order to prevent the minority from blocking a vote on voting legislation. And of course, he is pushing for the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act to pass through Congress, as well as the Freedom to Vote Act. President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris spoke out against restrictive voting laws. They also spoke out against Georgia's new voting law in any effort that would change or limit access to ballot drop boxes or limit voting hours or location. Also speaking out against the law that would punish people for passing out food and water in voting lines. These bills that they want passed would allow federal courts to block any potential acts of voting discrimination before they go into effect. Listen to President Biden today saying he was fed up with speaking quietly behind closed doors about this.
It's also time to pass the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act. I've been having these quiet conversations with the members of Congress for the last 2 months. I'm tired of being quiet. Folks, it'll restore the strength of the Voting Rights Act of '65.
And that is what Joe Biden is pushing for today so that Congress can get on one accord. But even if they don't, he says today he will support the blocking the filibuster from preventing voting rights from moving forward here. A number of Georgia Democrats were in attendance, from Ambassador Andrew Young to U.S. Congressman Hank Johnson and Lucy McBath, as well as local lawmakers, including newly elected Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens, all in support of these measures. Reporting live in the Atlanta University Center, Haley Mason, CBS 46 News.
Helping tonight, the Red Cross declares the first ever national blood crisis.
The nation's blood supply dangerously low, forcing doctors and hospitals to make tough decisions. CBS 46 investigative reporter Crystal Bowie is taking a look at the impacts here in Georgia.
These bags of blood show strangers helping strangers.
Give blood every couple months just to kind of help out.
Jonathan Spurkey has been giving blood for nearly 2 years.
I actually started right around when the coronavirus started picking up. Just kind of became a habit for me to give blood. It was something that I could do to help out the community.
And it's a good thing he's stepping up to help, because the American Red Cross says blood centers across the U.S. have reported less than a one-day supply for some blood types.
We are in a position where the blood is really leaving our shelves as fast as we can collect it.
Baya Lasky, regional medical director for the American Red Cross, says the shortage is the worst she's ever seen.
It is largely due to the pandemic. There have been so many changes with schools, with high school and college campuses where we have a robust donor population, and those have been closed.
The demand isn't slowing down anytime soon.
There are a wide variety of patients that require blood and platelet products every day, and that's from the traumas, burn patients, individuals who are undergoing cardiac surgery, liver transplants, or any organ transplant, cancer patients, women who are hemorrhaging in labor and delivery, premature babies. We have a wide spectrum.
This all puts doctors in a bind, having to choose who needs blood more.
This is very serious and very concerning to us that this will have a significant impact on patient care.
The hope is that more people understand the need.
If the patient needs blood, there is no replacement.
And more are willing to give.
I just want to do my part. One day I may need it, so, karma. So it's just important.
Reporting, Crystal Bowie, CBS 46 News.
Well, the Red Cross is offering incentives. If you donate by the end of the month, you'll be entered in a raffle to win a trip to the Super Bowl and have a chance to win a home theater package and a $500 gift card. We have more information on how you can donate at CBS46.com.
New tonight, Emory University being accused of conspiring to reduce the amount of financial aid it provides to students. Emory was just named in a lawsuit with more than a dozen other private universities. The lawsuit claims the schools worked together to inflate tuition costs and reduce financial aid awards. It also argues that many lower income students were overcharged. Emory declined to comment because of the pending litigation.
New details tonight, and dozens of residents are without a home after flames ripped through an apartment complex in Atlanta. This happened overnight at Sierra Village. That's on Oak Shadow Lane. DeKalb County fire officials confirmed this was an electrical fire, but the exact cause is still not known.
It's a disaster. Honestly, all of this is something that we didn't expect, something that we don't want anyone else to go through.
33 residents were impacted. The Red Cross is helping find them food and clothing and a place to stay. In just the first 10 days of this new year, Red Cross volunteers have responded to 83 home fires in Georgia.
New tonight, the U.S. sets an all-time high for COVID hospitalizations. There are more than 145,000 people in medical centers as of this morning. That breaks a record set back in January. Metro Atlanta counties working to keep up with demand for COVID-19 tests. Today, Clayton County Police and fire recruits began assembling hundreds of at-home testing kits. They'll be given away to residents on Thursday.
Clayton County has one of the highest COVID rates in the Metro Atlanta area. Therefore, it was incumbent upon us, the government, to try to do all we can do to make sure our residents are vaccinated, getting tested, and following the CDC guidelines as much as possible.
The kits will be distributed at Southern Crescent Stadium in Riverdale, Terra Stadium in Jonesboro, and 12 Oak Stadium in Hampton.
Thanks for watching CBS 46 News. Watch us live wherever you are, our mobile and our streaming news app. You can also watch us on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV.